The shocking truth about dietary fats and saturated fats. You've been deceived into thinking that saturated fats are bad for you, but let's look at some facts below. I'll preface this article by saying that it will help if you have an open mind and accept that some of these facts are a slap in the face to politically correct nutrition in this day and age, where fats are admonished by many doctors, health experts, and the mass media. To start, eating an adequate supply of healthy dietary fats is vitally important to your overall health. Fats are one of the main components in all of the cell membranes throughout your entire body. If you eat enough healthy natural fats, your cellular processes will proceed normally. On the other hand, if you eat man-made, heavily processed, chemically altered fats, damaged fats, that are found in most processed foods, your cellular function will be impaired as these damaged fats become part of your cell membranes. The body will have to work harder to operate correctly, and degenerative diseases can develop. In addition, healthy dietary fats are necessary for optimal hormone production and balance within the body, and are therefore essential for the muscle building and fat burning processes. Other important functions that dietary fats play in a healthy body are aiding vitamin and mineral utilization, enzyme regulation, energy, etc. I cringe every time I hear so-called health experts recommend restriction of dietary fat, claiming that a low-fat diet is the key to good health, weight loss, and prevention of degenerative diseases. Restriction of any one macronutrient, protein, carbs, or fat, in your diet works against what your body needs, and can only lead to problems. All three basic macronutrients serve important functions for a lean, healthy, and disease-free body. As Dr. Mary Enig, PhD, and one of the leading fats researchers in the world, notes in several of her books and articles, there is very little true scientific evidence supporting the assertion that a high-fat diet is bad for us. For example, if these so-called health experts that admonish fat are correct, and a low-fat diet is the solution to good health, then why did traditional Pacific Islanders who typically obtain 2/3 to 3/4 of their total daily calories from fat, mostly from coconut fat, remain virtually free from heart disease, obesity, and other modern degenerative diseases, that is, until Western dietary influences invaded? Also, why did traditional Eskimo populations, consuming up to 75% of their total caloric intake from fat, mostly from whale blubber, seal fat, organ meats, and cold water fish, display superior health and longevity without heart disease or obesity? Why did members of the Maasai tribe in Africa remain free from degenerative diseases and maintain low body fat percentages on diets consisting of large quantities of raw whole milk, blood, and meat? What about the Samburu tribe of Africa, which eats an average of 5 times the quantity of dietary fat, mostly from raw whole milk and meat, as overweight, disease-ridden Americans, yet Samburu members are lean, healthy, and free of degenerative diseases? What about traditional Mediterranean diets, which are known to be very high in fat in some cases, sometimes up to 50–70% fat, and are also well known to be very healthy? These examples of high-fat diets and the associated excellent health of traditional populations around the world go on and on, yet it seems that many doctors, nutritionists, and media outlets still ignore these facts, and continue to promote a diet that restricts dietary fat intake. Well, the problem is that the good fats, the natural unprocessed health-promoting fats, have gotten mistakenly lumped together in nutritional advice with the deadly processed fats and oils that make up a large percentage of almost all processed food that is sold at your local grocery store, restaurant, deli, fast food joint, etc. These deadly processed fats are literally everywhere and almost impossible to avoid, unless you know what to look for, and make smart choices in what you feed your body with. Take note that I'm not recommending following a super high fat diet, although technically this can be more healthy than a high carb diet, as long as you choose healthy fats. However, in most cases, active individuals that exercise on a regular basis certainly also need adequate supplies of healthy carbohydrates for energy and muscle glycogen replenishment, as well as good sources of protein for muscle repair. The above examples of the high-fat diets of traditional populations and their corresponding excellent health were simply to prove the point that you don't need to be afraid of dietary fats, as long as you make healthy natural choices, and stay within your daily caloric range, to maintain or lose body fat, depending on your goals.
Created by Content CEO.